Hello and welcome to this evening's Gfred. I'm your host, Cause and Effects, joined by the Sweaty Tryhards. Oh yeah, and this is episode number 60.
Seems like just yesterday you were thinking about doing this.
I know. and I don't do it every day of the week either, so it's been, a few months. What's the time in game?
16:49 now.
Alright, so I'll do noon and clear for now. Because it'll be nighttime. Otherwise. We'll do cloudy though. How about that? We'll change up the weather a little bit. They're doing 8th gear
that'll set them
this evening.
Hi.
Cloudy should set the DNFers in a good mood. There's an 8th gear tonight.
They already happened. Yeah, there was one that. So I get to say hello to Vinny. And RJ was hosting, of course. And had some of the other regulars on there.
Hello, chat.
Okay, people. It's either time to put the joint out or time to light the joint. You pick.
I guess you need a stream assistant.
Yeah, not just to have someone work for me or whatever. It's human dignity, those qualities of life. Ow. Yeah, the heave-ho is pretty bad when you find yourself laying on your back on a dry beach. That's when it did bump out.
Ouch.
Contemplating the importance of things. A whole bunch of Russian soldiers learned today that the artillery shells they were given have no boom inside.
That doesn't surprise me in one bit.
Basically, metal spit one.
But it took a 2/3 majority vote to declare war on another country.
I'd have to sit down with the actual wording for about an hour with the Starbucks. Yeah.
Oh, didn't hear about that.
That was going pretty
Very
quick.
sneaky.
Good thing its side mirrors were retractable. Would have hit me otherwise.
The NASA astronaut that spent an extra half year in orbit finally came home. Famously quoted quite recently as, "So, you had to do it all over again, basically, would you do it?" And whatever, he's like, "Nope."
Half year? How long was he up there total?
He was up there for half a year, and then the Soyuz capsule was going to go back home and got hit with space junk. And it took them a while to, on the Russian production line, whip up a new one and send it on up there. So, yeah, he got a bonus. Surprise half-year space trip.
Yeah.
Come here!
Oh, there I stopped a vehicle for someone.
Alright, let me drive away with it and take a look at it.
Zion or something in the fast lane?
Yeah,
I don't know what it is.
it's a convertible. 2 convertibles.
Zion. Come on, Saucer.
Yeah, they're either Zions or Sentinels. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, GTFO, Saucer. There's nothing coming your way. Same old garbage up here as back.
A really weak early game.
It's a character testing. Ah, fuck it. Yeah, this is going to be a shin kicker of a Gfred.
Oh, heavy beast. Slow down.
Finally hooked up my Marshall Mini stack today and dialed in a really good set of clean and dirty sounds that interchange real easy. The only effects this thing has is reverb and volume. Well, I mean, it's got the other stuff, but it's not a head that has a bunch of effects on it.
Coming on your right.
Yeah,
You got a buffalo.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of those.
Well, I ran across the street to get it. And there's my blood on the front of it, too.
Small price to pay.
Yeah.
symbolic sacrifice.
Yeah, I haven't really seen anything better.
Did you intentionally just F the checkpoint, Echo?
Nope.
Whoops.
Or you
Yeah,
TD the
I'm
bearer
in
of
second
bad
and
news?
I'm third back in
Yeah,
traffic.
you just... It's not bad news, it's just...
Ignore the checkpoints and see how you do.
Until he dies.
I guess I slid past it, and then, ooh, and Furnace on the other side. At the
Really?
casino.
Oh, motherfucker, yeah, that's... Yeah. Sometimes there's a one right there, and nope, there's not one right there.
Yeah, I had a weird entry into the quarry, and that's all it took. But I swear I slid right through it.
It's happened to me before.
Oh yeah, I've done it before too.
Yeah, I did that on the big 8th gear. like, missing checkpoints and not realizing it until,
Oh.
5 minutes later.
Yeah. I could see that something like that happening because there's so many people jostling for it. Anyway.
I have my sound effects turned way down, which doesn't help. And I missed that furnace.
I was wondering what you got and didn't mention.
I didn't get anything.
No, he's talking
you.
about me. I left a car on the...
No, you either. Name rhymes with Osser Ats.
Osserats.
What are you in now, Cos?
Cabanazzi. It was by the
Don't sneeze.
it's by the arena.
Yeah, the arena was plentiful today. Yeah. The arena of plenty showed up today. And I noticed mannequins not around. Coincidence?
Oh yeah, I totally just slid around that checkpoint in the quarry.
Yeah. Now we know.
I had to see.
Ooh.
This...
Can you dust yourself off? Keep going.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
That's what she said.
Or not.
That was a good one of those.
No, this is going to require a boopy gun.
Uh-oh.
Let's see those boopy guns in chat. I mean,
Nope, that
since
didn't.
it's a VOD, you should always play the chat.
There we go.
Where are you at, Cause? On your way
Up.
still? Yes.
Yep.
Could you take me high? No. No one asked for that.
Ooh, rip.
Yeah, just, it got real sporty real quick. Real sporty.
Wait. Wait, is that coming down
Yeah.
Chiliad?
Yeah. But thankfully, since I'm the inventor of the North route, I am just gonna bicycle my way to four-wheeled excellence. Please. Do. I mean, it's not, it's enough to, no, maybe not enough.
Train coming into the bottom to the short.
Thanks. Oh shit! That scared the hell out of me.
Sorry.
Made my heart skip a beat there.
I was coming up the train tracks the other way because, I died and grabbed the vehicle at front.
Right, yeah.
Just as Cos was...
landing on the tracks.
Beautiful landing, too.
Thanks.
I had a great view. Yeah, the odds of that happening aren't huge on first ice.
Gfred is like a typewriter and a bunch of monkeys. Like, there's been so many of them. You'd think everything has happened once.
I was, before the race, I was at the casino, and on one of the license plates was 83 ARD 234. It's like Beard 234. I'm like, is that?
Weird.
I know inside the casino parking, the character cars are in there with their license plates, but it almost looked like a character license plate. I think that one may have been just random coincidence. Unless I forgot one of the characters. For some reason, someone who would have the word beard in hacker the license plate. I know a lot of hackers.
Beard.
That are bearded.
None of them,
What's
none of
what's
them
the
have the
hacker?
word. None of them have the word beard. Oh, it written in hacker. You know, where you substitute numbers for letters. Because we're reading shit.
Oh, that's hacker thing.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
That's been
They were so at one point people did that, but people couldn't read their super decode message. Everyone could read the message.
it's been around as long as customized license plates have been around. Not longer.
Yeah. Yeah, in the Corvette Club, people would try all sorts of stuff to get their custom plates to say what they wanted it to. But it was because we're in the modern hacker world, and all the script kiddies have been the largest sort of use of that. Anyway, that's why it's the youngins would identify it with the hacker stuff. Your Frozens of the world. Ooh.
One of my license plates, Heckle, uses the 3, I think, as the E.
Yeah.
Does that make me hacker? No.
Well, you're definitely on the list.
Oh, I know that.
Actually, the name of it is called Script Kitty. And all the password crackers, the library for doing that conversion is called Script Kitty.
I figured out how to put fire rings into the end victory screen of a race. Does that make me a hacker?
Well, actually, by definition, I mean, the definition is just a creative solution, so. Of course, you already know the answer to that. It's facetious.
I'm not Greek.
Alright, let's see if this car is too messed up for the Hail Mary or not.
You still in the
Get the
carbonite?
bump on my head.
It was low, but I did
Sponsor.
make it.
No, he's not swimming. He's flying. I actually caught up to him amazingly well. After having died at the top of Gilead.
Well, I mean, you did see how messed up that Cabanazzi was.
Yeah. It definitely had a
GG
couple.
saucer.
It was missing a couple of rocker panels by the time I went by it.
There wasn't many panels left. I still had a door, however, that I had to open.
It has been a rough Gfred, jeez.
This is not a good time in the first place.
Well, at least I finished.
Yeah. I was full of domination and pissing excellent, and then my 9F said, fuck this guy.
I really want to see that line perfected.
Oh yeah, how's your new elevator? And it's the entry for the elevator, right? That you're working on.
Yes, I've had mostly positive feelings. It's my thing is I have a hard time keeping up my momentum because of the topography of the thing.
Yeah, if you can find a no bush and a way to keep your wheels on the
plant it
ground.
right. So I go up a steep part, and it does slow down the car, but you could go full out, and then you you still jump if you're going full speed. But I think that there might be a way to like slow down enough that your wheels are always planted, and then you keep a good momentum, something like
All right.
Yeah.
Hold to sprint.
Just don't be.
that. Hold
Yeah,
sprint.
just don't be on the front of the accelerator, so to say. Just be pulsing it at like 80%, and you'll
Yeah.
probably get that. You know, it's going fast and corner control. That's what the cool guys are doing.
We'll do current weather. I don't know what the weather is, but
You can choose current time too, because it's 5:38 in the morning.
oh, sure. Current.
Current.
I think you ought to take global warming into account and make it snow. I'm kidding, but you know.
Jeez, it was
One
almost cold enough
version
to
of
snow
me
last
would
night.
say that. Yeah.
In the 30s last night.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty abnormally cold for this time of year.
We haven't had that brush with winter yet. We had a brush with fall, but not winter.
Yeah, the leaves are definitely changing here.
Yeah. Once that snow comes, then I feel like everything changes for me.
Is that when the cabin fever creeps in?
No,
That's
it's all about my lawn, like how I treat my lawn and whether I need to have the hoses out and stuff like that.
I had the sprinklers turned off on the 15th with the executive decision of you're on your own, kid, for the lawn. I have not watered it since.
Yeah, I didn't water it this year. We had way too
You
much
can
rain.
tell.
The section that I reseeded and kind of roughed up the soil and added new soil, I see tiny little blades of grass in parts of it, and I got really excited because that means that there's
It worked.
that I can't see, and it worked, right? Exactly. And the little clusters that I saw were dense. And so
Yeah,
maybe
I
that was
like it.
hiding under the soil.
I like when there's buds in my
Yeah,
grass.
it's about that time of year to start planting grass seed for me.
Been improving my lawn, and there's a part of the lawn that is kind of a raised area, and I joked that it was like an Indian burial thing, but
I was going to ask, is that where the victims are?
yes, and I wonder too, but I found corrugated steel.
Huh.
Wait, what about the corrugated steel?
He's got a lump in his
I
front
was
yard.
warned that my controller was low, and I disregarded that message. So I'm
Oh.
behind. The one that I had plugged in probably is not juiced up, and so I have a cord and tethered now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so also had a lump in his front yard, and it turned out to be corrugated metal.
yeah, so that corrugated area is underneath, and I don't know what it is. It's a mystery, and I don't. It's
Oh, he'll be back.
yeah. Anyway, it's a mystery.
Yeah, you know, in the
Why would there
70s,
be
people,
buried corrugated steel?
you know, in the 70s, people used all sorts of weird shit to decorate and stuff, and my mom decided to take a bathtub, turn it upside down, put it in the front yard, and cover it with dirt. which looked exactly like a grave. The neighbors loved it, especially the ones that had nice yards.
I want that. Can't have that. I heard a bike that went by. Why? Can anyone think of a reason why there would be corrugated steel buried?
It looks like they were just trying to make it go away.
A bike. What is it?
Sounds like, yeah, it sounds like a pretty redneck version to just make stuff go away, or really put long-term recycling into practice. Come here, saucer. Let me test out that sissy bar. And he's back.
Hey, welcome back.
Little hiccup, I don't know where I went.
There's corrugated steel buried in a part of my lawn. If you know why, Echo, let me know.
Drainage?
Any ideas? Oh, that's an idea. It's just in one little round spot.
Is it an old Russian Zindan?
Serious answers only.
I have corrugated. It was corrugated metal, and then there's corrugated plastic as well. Kind of on the side of the hill in my yard. And that was, I believe, for drainage?
For drainage.
It didn't really make sense to me, I guess.
Maybe there was an old... Could there have been an old well there? I don't know.
Did it look like it's intentional, or did it look like someone was just going
intentional.
rubbish away?
Like it's in a circle.
Oh.
And it's not a septic system.
That sounds like edging. You sure it's not edging? It's bigger than edging, right? Because edging is corrugated.
I mean, I can't see the whole thing because it's buried. But I can see the tops of corrugated steel.
Can see is how many inches?
So it's vertical.
Yeah,
it's
vertical.
not horizontal.
No.
No, that's not drainage. Yeah, but if it goes deep...
Yeah, that's... It could be the boundary of an old burial ground.
Anyway, that's a mystery I'm going to uncover. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Unintended.
Hey, relax.
He thinks it's edging too. Come on, motherfucker.
Would you guys get up to start?
I switched to a Rapid GT.
At the...
On the way up to the observatory, on the road up.
I'm cheating on a bike.
That's not buzzy. Did you get the body? Isn't that what you're after? The body?
Oh no, it's an Akuma.
The Akuma, yeah. Yeah, the Akuma. It's a wheelie machine. Akuma is a wheelie machine, as is the body.
I also want to improve this time.
Think you'll be able to do it even with your controller mishap?
You should see my posture. It's horrible. I'm all hunched over.
Like the hunchback of Notre Dame. Where am I going? I don't... No.
A Zindan, for people who don't know, is a in-the-ground prison. You dig a hole, You put a cage on top, and then you throw the person you don't like in the hole. Zindan,
What culture is that from?
Russia. I mean, it's pretty much just, I'm pretty much sure the people, even before humans, probably did that. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty basic technology. Yeah, one of the Barnaby Jones cases was kind of like that. He only had so much time to go find someone who had been buried in a box.
What is that? Like a fictional murder mystery? Or
Barnaby Jones, oh, that was one of the detective things, you know, like the NCIS of the 70s. Had the guy that, the old-timey show where the slob and the alternate guy are living together. Odd Couple?
Bert and Ernie?
No, Odd Couple. That was Barnaby Johnson. He was one of those two. The slob. Supposedly the slob. Some people will say efficient.
You can be both.
Ooh. Not this time lumberjacking.
Do you always go up and over cause?
I try to.
Okay.
I just didn't have the momentum to get up.
Right.
It's just
Yeah, it
easier to
wasn't-
line up coming out when you're up on top.
Some people back up there, and some people go up and over. So.
Well, it's Thursday, and I'm sure the supply of butthole cream is,
Rip.
you know, is gone at the Denver Broncos headquarters following their 50-point ass kicking last week. I don't care about football, but shit, even to me, that's an ass kicking.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's the hometown guys sucks even worse. The Broncos have set the records for the quickest points given up in a Super Bowl. Like, I think at one point, you know, the most blown out in the Super Bowl. It's just amazing. They still got 4 Super Bowl rings on their fingers, but the quantum mechanics of football can sure be funny sometimes.
I used to live like 12 minutes from the stadium, and I never went to a game.
I can see the tops of some of the things over at Dove Valley. That's where the Broncos headquarters is.
Oh shoot, I'm going the wrong way.
The Avalanche headquarters is right over there too.
Just take the route through town.
I didn't go far enough. I'm back on the street already. I've been doing so many regular Gfred runs lately, it was just like, wasn't even thinking. Normally I hot lap Durf G's, but I've been trying to get a new PB today.
How's your race going, Collins?
Yeah, probably gone.
Wow.
No PBs today. I feel it's close though.
Well,
yeah, you've been at this long enough. All you need is a decent run of things to come together, and you'll.
Yeah.
And Random No Labs just came out with a new product. It is new PB lube. Just rub it on something, it'll work.
I wish I could check the Acoma time, but I can't.
I bet I can do that.
It's gonna be one of those airports. God damn it. I had Saucer right in my sights. And he's pretty much entering the corner as well.
For some reason,
Akuma,
I thought you had already passed. Sorry.
1716.
Okay, that's fast. 1716, thank you. If I don't get 1716, I'm not gonna finish.
Sounds like Saucer is jerking his hands to the left and to the right, and the controller cord is slapping around.
Cats attacking. 16?
17. Wait. 17,
14,
16.
15, 16. Can't. I
Darn.
was right there. I couldn't do it. So it was close. Next time.
Yeah, I think if you had the same run but didn't have controller issue, you might probably get it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wow, there's a truck slowing down just at the perfect spot for everything goes whole. Damn it.
What? Wrong way? Oh, I am definitely going the wrong way. Got all disoriented. What the heck?
Saucy, you're not finishing at all.
I think he did because he didn't get the time.
Oh, so you didn't set out the DNF. Gotcha.
He's probably trying to fix his controller issue.
Or maybe he's doing punishment push-ups. You know, 50 for every second he was late. Gotta take care of them chicken wings.
Chicken.
I just bought some of them today.
It occurred to me that it's about 6 weeks until Thanksgiving. I really need to be getting on this shit.
It's a lot closer for us up here. I saw people with turkeys under their arms in the grocery store today.
Oh yeah, when is Thanksgiving up there? It's
October
like much
11th
different.
or something.
Holy wow. And is it for the same reason?
No. Here we give thanks for Queen and Country. Countries. General colonialism. And,
Is it now King and Country or?
Nah. Queen and Country just has a ring to it. No, it's the same general bringing in the
Gotcha.
harvest.
I was just being, yeah.
Congratulations, Random myself. And then Saucer and Heckle get participation stickers.
I
Remember,
don't
we can hit
want
replay.
your participation stickers.
Alright, you get nothing and like it.
No.
Unless I
like
can
the-
burn them in my fireplace, I don't want them.
That's a line from Caddyshack. You'll get nothing and like it, Spalding.
Take it.
No, it wasn't Spalding. He was talking to his grandson. It's like, I want a hot dog and a hamburger. You'll get nothing and like it. Let's see if there's anyone else on. Doesn't look it. Quiet night tonight. That's okay. I think maybe in the like January, February, there'll probably be more people on.
Well, definitely in
Nighttime.
a couple weeks around Christmas. Yeah, the couple weeks around Christmas and New Year's.
I need a new game for winter.
Yeah.
I've been looking, but none's really caught my eye. Like Baldur's Gate looks interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I played the beta. It was alright.
Yeah. I'm not sure, like the whole, I've never done Dungeons and Dragons and turn-based stuff, so.
Is it turn-based?
Well, maybe,
yeah.
maybe not.
Where you would take a turn, then somebody else takes a turn.
Mm-hmm.
Your
That was a
characters.
question.
I don't know. I suppose I could figure out, am I blackout drunk or am I unconscious? It's a game where it needs a lot of repetitions.
I have a game on Saturday, actually.
D&D?
Yeah.
Nice.
And another one the following Saturday.
Are you a player or the dungeon master?
Player.
I did the D&D stuff through the first book, and then, yeah, that itch was scratched.
Well, the other game, game they play, not this weekend, but the following, isn't Dungeons and Dragons, but it's it's a role-playing game.
Sure.
It's more sci-fi than fantasy, though. They have all sorts of different ones.
First you beat me, then I beat you.
What is with my
Hey,
Oh,
do you mind
God.
not doing that? There's a blockade there to prevent cats from doing that. If you haven't noticed.
Oh, I thought he was asking me to.
What is that?
So it's the sci-fi turn-based game you're doing.
It's called Beyond the Supernatural. It's a Palladium game. There's a motorcycle here.
No, there's...
Yeah, I think Fuselad's the fastest thing here.
Principe Nemesis. That's nice, but is there anything else? There's one of those. Yeah. Been a while since we've taken a
There's a
bike.
boat on a trailer.
That doesn't have a time yet.
Oh,
But though
really?
a boat without the trailer does have a time.
Pardon?
Oh,
Raytheon? One of those two. I think they play together.
How do you do a boat without a trailer?
Well, you can find them in traffic.
oh, we
We
did that
did it
last
with the
year.
Gfred.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we did the Gfred stuff.
Like to keep the boat from spawning? Or
Despawning.
Despawning, you mean?
Yeah, you need a homeboy.
I don't think you could make the airport.
I am kicking my hand, running up the road. Jesus, there's some timing stuff going on because I'm watching cars absolutely just teleport.
Yeah, I was seeing that, noticing that with you too.
Eat your own ass. NPC.
I used to hang out with this kid who had Tourette's for a little while. A girl I was seeing a long time ago, her cousin had it. He was his riot to hang out with. You were still in second place.
Soster is.
Was, yeah.
You switched already.
It's not a good motorcycle. It wasn't a good one. It was
one of the slow ones.
Switched. Yeah. I think nemesis means piece of shit in some language.
Poor connection quality. Broadcasting only mic audio. Well, that sucks.
Oh.
I haven't had that happen before.
I've had that happen before.
Don't go.
Imagine the blur of the highway as cars moves through traffic.
I mean, I'm just driving down the train tunnel, so it's not much to see, really.
What car do you have that you're on the train tracks?
9F.
La-ti-da.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. You're not streaming. I can't see.
It's true.
Yeah, there's another 9F at the observatory. I had to grab a GT, so I'm like, if I can get past the top of Chile, well, if I can get past Chiliad, okay. The next section is gonna be balls out.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm not wearing any pants.
Film at 11.
And
That's from the Kentucky Fried Movie.
I did put the washing machine. I did put the washing machine on the big gas extension cord, and of course
Oh,
it works perfectly.
I was
I
gonna
think
ask you
something's
about
fucked
that.
up with the. I think something's funky with the cord, maybe.
The cord?
Yeah, maybe there's something weird with the cord.
The washing machine cord?
Yeah.
Did you try the
I noticed
something else with
something on
the outlet?
Yeah. I just plugged a big ass extension cord into a different outlet so I could actually, finish the washing.
I don't think it's your washing machine.
No, I think so. I think something wiggy is with the power cord.
The power cord of the washing machine?
Yeah.
But you plug that into an extension cord and then it worked, right?
When I did that, I noticed something wiggy. But I did get it to work.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Holy, what are you two guys doing?
We
It's okay, I landed.
collided midair.
Thanks for the likes and subscribes.
Well, yeah, but no one can see anything because it's poor connection quality. They'll have to... I can't describe this. I'm falling down the garbage chute.
I'm an actor. I will do it whether people can see me or not. They can feel the emotion.
Alright, I am no longer in the garbage chute.
Oh,
I'm
damn it.
I'm
Sorry.
exploded at the bottom of... Alright, let me see if I don't know what's going on here.
No fixed stream.
Brandon was coming through with a vengeance.
I wonder what this poor connection quality. Maybe just plug in my controller. I don't know if that'll probably won't do anything.
Well, if you're on Wi-Fi,
I mean, my PlayStation's
Wi-Fi
right
can
next
get
to
saturated.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wi-Fi can
PlayStation's
get saturated.
I'm gonna maybe
so-
plug in an Ethernet cable. Let me see.
Oh yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have that thing on Ethernet?
Well, no.
And if yeah,
It hasn't been a problem before.
No, it's never been a problem
Why
before.
would it suddenly be a problem now?
I
How-
don't know.
How saturated radio frequencies sometimes show themselves in like urban environments. I'm not saying that's what's going on here.
I'm
Is
rural.
Is that yeah.
It's just
is
my wife
that-
and I.
Right. But anyway, here's how it happens:
Wife's downloading
is
Call
that
of Duty.
people start streaming their evening movie, and they all tend to do that at about the same time. And if all the wireless is going on with all these movies, there's only so many devices that can talk in a frequency span before it becomes useless for information transfer, meaning the movies get jittery. So,
My wife
anyway,
is just working downstairs. She doesn't even have the TV on or anything. The only thing that's
is she running a Bitcoin farm?
Aren't you on fiber?
No. I am on fiber, yeah.
Yeah, so
This is just weird.
you don't have the cable problem that you have with neighbors.
Right, yeah, there's my nearest neighbor is
Shared.
far
Well,
away.
Unless you're on fiber, but the connection between your hub and your PlayStation is.
I mean, I
wireless.
haven't reset any of the switches
Yeah,
or
exactly.
routers in a long time, so it
Nothing's
could be just
happened.
that.
Nothing's changed, so it's not
Well-
that.
When was the last time you made a blood sacrifice?
It's been a while.
See.
Let me see if I can plug in.
But weirdly enough, for all that stuff going on, the audio is, kind of flawless. I'm not hearing anything.
Exactly.
I've worked in telecom, and my ears are set to hear all sorts of bullshit, and I hear dick.
What is that plugged into?
But I noticed the Wi-Fi saturation thing around Christmas on my cell phone, because the battery on my cell phone goes dry faster. Why? Because everyone's trying to text and do this and do that and do the other thing, so the phone has to scream harder to talk to the cell site.
All right, well, I have a long wire
Manifest
plugged in. Let me just try doing wired to the switch here. Actually, it's a router that's repeating, but
Yeah.
let's try Ethernet.
That, and I happen to be the sysadmin of the guys who are doing the first wireless hubs, and
LAN
the
connected.
maps on their desks were all about Wi-Fi congestion, and are you reflecting off of walls and shit like that.
Still saying poor connection. Let me try doing a speed test over here.
You got some speed? I'll try some. I'm kidding. Don't you? Oh wow! It is going to be the drive of shame. This is the
Yes.
third time. Okay, drive of shame. God damn you, Rapid GT. Drive of shame. Yeah.
No, my upload should be fine. This is bizarre.
Okay.
I think maybe it's just a PlayStation thing. I don't know what's going on.
Is it? Yeah. Is a Rockstar thing.
Because it's not.
Well,
It doesn't look to be my network.
Oh. Was it a play? I mean, we're not really trying to solve this, but was it a PlayStation message or a Rockstar?
It's
It might have been from
message?
Twitch.
Or Twitch.
it's Twitch, yeah.
Because I've had that message.
Oh, maybe Twitch's back end.
Yeah, it could be their side because I have enough upload definitely to have not any issues. Just did a speed test and it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, the reason why there's 6 core
Can you
roles to
restart
QA when you do a
the
change
Twitch
is 'cause of
stream?
that.
Yeah, let me just try to do that. Alright, Actually, I can pause the broadcast.
Panel itself, like not on the PlayStation. Isn't there a way?
Twitch.
I'm trying to remember when I was doing it, but there might be a button or something like that in the. Maybe not, but you might want to check.
If I remember what I learned from Beer Fest, what we need to do is get really, really drunk, and then the answer will come to us.
Let's see, I have a mobile live dashboard. I've never even opened this thing.
Yeah, the mobile
Stream
live
Manager.
dashboard. See if there's a button there for restart or something like that.
No, I'll restart it and I'll just call this second one like 60B or something. All right, so whoever's listening, I'll read it back.